Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm NBG and today I just want to take a quick look at some shuffles. Now, let's put out a little bit of a disclaimer. A lot of these shuffles are either not working at this exact moment or the things you just have to catch at the right time, but every single one of them I have made gold on. It's just a matter of catching them at the right time and know what you're looking for. Some of them you need a specific spec, some you don't, but I figured I would at least share just in case maybe you are the spec or whatever the case may be and you're like, oh, hey, I can look for that every once in a while. So without further ado, let's just get after it. The first one, I want to make the most brain dead, boring, easy one. That way we can get this one out of the way. If you are a poor boy and have absolutely nothing, guess what? Just taking tattered cloth and turning it into the spools makes money. Again, this one's a stupid one, but when you can buy these at 15 silver per right now, multiply that by 5, you're looking at 75 silver. You can then turn them into either one of these threads and make about a gold per, a little bit less, plus you might get 2 or resourcefulness or other little things that kick in. That's one of those things that if you had no points whatsoever, it would technically make money. It's going to be garbage money at that, don't get me wrong. But like with my current spec, I have enough inspiration to where no matter what, when I do it, I have T2, but I have a chance to hit T3. The lucky thing about that is the T3s, these ones right here, those are like 6 gold per. So, you know, if you're like this, or maybe if you can just flat out make T3, that's not too terrible. Turning like 75 silver into like 6 gold this quickly, given how fast you can do it, wouldn't be that bad if I could guarantee that I was making T3 spools, but right now I can only make T2 with an inspiration of T3. So again, this one's super brain dead easy. It's really, really obvious. Doing like a stack, you don't get very many of the T3s like with inspiration. I did the quick math. Granted, I only did it on like a stack of 1,000. It was only like 3.5k gold per hour. It's pretty bad. Like, it's really bad. But the point is, or as the old saying goes, you don't go broke taking a profit. So, just figured I would share. Number 2 on the list is also going to be from tailoring. Actually, number 2, 3, and 4 are from tailoring. So let's go ahead and talk about them all at once. This one in particular, you need to be spec'd for. And this is something I went to try, and I didn't get on it soon enough to make good gold on it. However, the final node in spinning states that you can guarantee arousing from certain types of wilder cloth. And you might ask what type of wilder cloth that is. Well, the wilder cloth that it's specifically talking about is the, let's go to like my favorites, is the frost, singed, and decayed. Now, when you unravel it, it still takes 5, just like the tattered. When you unravel it, you're going to get 1 of the spools. I mean, potentially 2, but you're guaranteed at least 1 spool, which again isn't exactly worth a lot, but you're going to gain on average about 2 of the rousings. That's hit and miss, obviously, with percent chance. So really, if you just did the math for about 2, that will kind of tell you. So for instance, the needing 5, like we'll take it just to show you. We'll grab 100 of the frostbitten. So you still need 5 of these, right? So just think 5 times 6. 5 times 6 is 30. So you want 2 of the rousings to be like over 30 gold to make gold on it. Obviously 16, you know, approximately 16 times 2 is 32. So really there's only about a 2 gold profit there, plus you get the spool, so 3 to 4 gold profit there. But here's the thing, you could do 1,000 of them and maybe you average 1.75 or something, something stupid, and then at which case you would technically lose gold. However, there is a chance when you unravel these, you're going to get anywhere between 1 and 3. So 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2. So like now we're like, okay, we need some 3s in here to make up for the 1s, because right now we're getting like 1.5. See, like this is a bad run. There's some 3s, there's a couple 3s. Alright, get a few 3s in there, start making up for it. But like that group, let's see, 34, 34, and when you break down what that's 20. So I would need to get 40 to average 2. So like this averaged like, you know, less than like 1.75, I think. Yeah, slightly less than 1.75. So you have to leave yourself room to make the gold back. This one did not make gold back. So that just kind of gives you a number of what to look for. But it works with the singed, which usually is never worth, but sometimes the decayed is. So like if you look at decayed is like, let's say decayed really is like 112. Let's just multiply that by 2. You're looking at about 225. So that means you need the decayed, where'd it go? You need the decayed wilder cloth when that's multiplied by 5. How am I blind? I lost it. Ah, there it is. 45, let's just say 46 times 5. That's 230. Obviously, these added up is only about 225 when it's multiplied by 2, but you want it to be a bigger gap than that, as you saw with the frost ones. Just having it being like double, like, and even slightly better, there's no guarantee that you're going to get like 2 or sometimes when you do a whole lot, you can get a little over 2. There's a chance. So if you want to be safe, I would shoot at about 1.5. Just something to keep an eye out for. The frostbitten is the one that you could potentially make gold on every once in a while. Not all the time. Maybe it's the time that I'm looking at this. But currently I can't make any gold doing the singed, the frostbitten, or decayed right now. But just keep an eye on it. Number 5 is tried and true. We're going to make it quick because y'all already know it. And that is going to be the farm for, well, not farm, but the shuffle for making the cloth bands, which, it's slightly wrong price. It's more like 22 or so per. The fact that those are like 22 per, and with the spec, you gain a vibrant shard. Like if you made 200 of them, you're going to get a vibrant shard between about 160 and 180 vibrant shards total. It more than makes up for the cost, obviously, because the cost is less than half of one vibrant shard. So if you only got 100 vibrant shards, you would make your gold back. Plus you get some chromatic dust to throw on top of it. It is not insane. Obviously, this has fallen drastically. It's absolutely fallen drastically in terms of how much gold you can get, but it is still making gold. Not a lot, mind you. I don't know what the numbers are right now because I haven't done it in a while, but just seeing that Vibrant is this low, even with Wilder Cloth and the spools being as low as they are, you know, being about like 20, let's say 21 or so per craft. These are 56, plus a little bit of chromatic, which isn't added. My guess is it's only around 10 to 15k right now, but I could be wrong. Maybe it's higher. Either way, it is not insane gold per hour, but it's tried and true. It works. You can do it in between, you know, just when you have time standing around, whatever the case may be. And for those who don't know, that is a specialization specifically for enchanting. That is Insight of the Blue, where you need to get to 40 into Draconic Enchantment, which allows you to, one, get the 1% chance to acquire additional reagents when you disenchant, and then this top node, which is just better disenchanting of armor. This combined allows you making 200 of those again to get like between like 160 and 200 of those vibrants back, which is where the majority of the profit's going to come from, with some usually around 350 chromatic dust or something on top of that, in like a 20-minute run of it. So again, it's not insane gold, but it is still making gold. It is still something, if you spec for it and you did it when it was actually really, really good, you can still do it. You can still make some profit. Here we are, number 6. We finally made it to the part of the program where I talk about ones I have not talked about whatsoever before. This one is specifically from skinning. Skinning, if you are deep enough into tanning, let's see here. There we go. If you're deep enough into tanning, so you would need to get, what, like 10 points or something here. You go into Leather Mastery and you'd have to get to this top node. And this is just to improve leather, refining tier 2 into tier 3. As you see here, making tier 3. It's going to take 5 tier 2 to make 1 tier 3. If we go ahead and pop up and look at the prices, that is incorrect of this price. Right now, let's just do this. Honestly, if you can snipe these for super cheap, there we go. 5 of those. 5 of those at this price is only 11.25 gold. Well, what is tier 3 running at? Tier 3 is running at 16.75 gold basically right now. So you're making about 5 gold profit by turning tier 2, excuse me, wrong one, by turning tier 2 into tier 3. 5 gold profit. You do have to be standing at the workbench to do this, and it's a longer cast. I don't even have a tool on here. My goodness. Anyway, none of these tools, by the way, help you, because these are specifically skinning ones, so they are for actually physically skinning in the world. They don't help you doing like any refinement or anything, so you don't technically need them. Just mentioning that. But anyway, right now, one of the only ones that's profitable is refining tier 2 leather into tier 3. You make 5 gold profit per refinement. Again, not insane, but I did quick numbers earlier. I don't know the time that it took. I think I bought 1,000 leather, and I spent like at that time like 2,247 gold, and I made back like 3,400. So I made like 1.2k. I don't remember. That was like 5 minutes, 10 at most. I don't think it was 10. I think it was closer to like 5 minutes. So, it's not nutty, but it is profit. So right now, currently at this exact moment on the NA realms, refining T2 leather into T3 is making about 5 gold profit per. This brings us to number 7. Number 7 is a mining one, and this one you need metallurgy, or however the hell you say that, and you actually do need you do really need 40 points into metallurgy, because you want to refine tier 2 Casgray into tier 3, and then this node right here is refining Casgray. Now has a small chance of uncovering an awakened order. This one, what you end up doing is you turn these tier 2s, which takes 5 of them, into a tier 3, and then if you do a 1, it's really expensive, right? You're gonna have to drop a lot of gold. However, if you can get some awakened orders back when they sell for like 2k per, when I do like, I don't know, how many did I do? I had really bad odds one time where I did like 400 refinements and I got back like 17 awakened orders. And I've also done like 100 refinements and gotten back, I think I got back like 7 in that run. So it is hit and miss, but especially if you can make these prices really close, like really close to each other, or even profit, then you're basically just fishing for the awakened orders, and that's what's going to make you some gold. The good news is it really doesn't take long to smelt it. Like, you're probably not going to be able to do an hour worth of smelting because it's really, really fast. Calculator. So for this one, again, because it's refining 5, obviously this isn't good enough, so 170 times 5. That means you want the Casgray tier 3. You want that to be approximately 850 gold to leave you some room to hit some awakened orders and, get your gold back. So I think it would be worth it even if it was at like 825 or something like that. Like if these were selling that, look at them. They're only selling for 730. So there's really no chance to make some legitimate gold here, just because there's too big of a gap. But it is one to watch, and it is one I have made gold on. Prices just have to line up. Either this Casgray needs to drop in price, or this tier 3 needs to rise in price. But right now, too big of a gap. However, if they were like equal, oh man, that's when I made gold, is when they were basically equal 1 for 1. So I was basically just fishing for awakened orders, and every awakened order I got was pretty much profit. That's usually the way it goes when this is profitable, but it's definitely one to watch. So if you are spec'd that way, keep an eye out for it. But I haven't seen this one profitable in a couple days. So here we are on number 8, and this is kind of number 8, number 9, and technically 10 and 11 if you wanted it to be, because you have to be spec'd for it specifically. I'm only spec'd to do 2 of these, but these have made me some gold too. These ones are, and you've probably seen this one, but these are an inscription-based shuffle to where you need to have, let's see, where is it? You need to have at least 20 points in like one of these final wheels. So once you get 20 points into the final wheel, so I think you need what, like 10, 10, and then you can do, 20 in. So it's not too bad. You can get it really fast. But these are learning to extract Awakened Fire from Dark Moon cards. Same thing, you can do it for Frost, you can do it for Earth, and then I also have a character that can do it right now for Air. But how do you actually go about doing it once you have the points? Well, let's take a look at Fire. So if I go into Trade Goods, and we're going to look at Of Fire. So right here you see the cards ranging between around 84 and, let's just say 84 and 90. Well, what you'll do is you'll take one card and you'll turn it into Rousings. And you usually get anywhere between, like, I think 3 and 6 or 4 and 6 is one or the other. When I did a huge batch of these, I averaged like 4.25. So that's kind of the numbers I go by. So this is what I do. I look at it and I'll just go to the Awakened, because it's like 4.25 rousings is also 42.5% of an Awakened, right? So what I do is I go to the price of like Awakened Fire. Awakened Fire right now, I'm going to take the 229 because I would hopefully not sell them at that price. And I bring out the trusty calculator. And with the trusty calculator, I do whatever the going price is. So let's say 229, and I multiply that by 0.425 because, just moving over the decimal. So because I got 4.25 per, I'm gaining 42.5% on average of a Awakened. So that's what I go ahead and multiply it by. And that will kind of let me know the price that I can buy cards at to pull even. And obviously, you need to buy a little bit more in order to definitely see that 4.25. You can buy 10 and get way luckier. You can buy 10 and get way unlucky. So if I'm going to be buying a decent amount, I'm kind of looking, okay, this is at about 97 is basically what I need to look at the price. Let's look at even 220. So like 220 times the, oops, I'm bad. 220 times 0.425, because that's the number I'm using, 93.5. So I kind of know, and that's like how much gold. So if I go back and I go Of Fire and I just click on Trade Goods, anything under that, like 93 was it? What was it? Yeah, 93.5. Anything under that 93.5, I know I can essentially make gold on. So there is room to make gold here. And just for showcasing that this actually works, let's go ahead and do a quick run. I'm going to buy some cheap ones. These ones seem to be really cheap. Let's buy, and you do, let's see, I can't remember, yeah, it should be 1 per. So honestly, I'm going to buy all of these for about 9,589 gold. Go ahead and write that down. Alright, so here we are, 9,589 gold. Hopefully that's enough sample size to actually make profit. So what you end up doing is you just come in here and... where's it at? Ah, there it is. Extract. It's down here in the mysteries, by the way. On my other character, I have it favorited, so it's at the top. So there we go. Extract, Awaken Fire. Let's go in here, and we're going to go ahead and break these all down. And as you can see, I do a stack of 20, and I'm getting 4, 6, 3, 6. You kind of see how it starts to average out. Hopefully I get over the 4.25, and I got some 6s in there, so that's nice. Again, this is somewhat luck based. Maybe that big amount I did at 4.25 is, see, now you got some 4s and 3, so you got to be able to get higher than that to make up for it. You need those 5s and 6s. So the 42.5% is what I use. So I'm going to go ahead and finish these, and we're going to look at the total amount on the auction house. Alright, we are done, but this is why doing those averages kind of, got to be careful. I got better luck this time than I did the first time. So we spent like, what, 9,589 gold? If I just go over here, and it's all in rousings, right? So you can do this one of two ways. You can just go ahead and sell rousings at, you know, boom, 12,500. Didn't take me very long. That would be, you know, a couple thousand profit, not exactly insane. However, you could also go ahead and sell them in Awakened Fires. Oops, I had 10 myself, so I'll remember that. So you could also just sell them in Awakened Fires, whatever's selling for more, whatever the case may be. A lot of times I will put a lot of these into like Awakened Fires and save some of them in Rousings. So we'll go ahead and do that now. We'll do that and we'll save 43 because I think that's how much I had. Pretty sure I had 10. So there's the 9,887. That's basically what we spent right there. Let's go ahead and post those, and then this is pretty much the extra. So there you go. That made a little over 2,000. That took me like not long. Jeez, I didn't time it. That only took me like 4 minutes to make like 2,000. Not too bad if you do a whole bunch of them. So anyway, again, that's a really easy one. Trade skills of fire. I kind of look. I know right now I can buy anything under like 93 gold and make profit. So obviously, the cheaper you buy them, the better. So it's one of those cases that I would just boom buy those all at 86. I'd go to these maybe. Buy anything under 90 just to make sure I'm making more gold, right? So sometimes there's actually quite a lot. Like if I wanted to buy these under 90, you know, there's 14,000 gold worth. So, and of course they sell like immediately because people go through these a lot. So anyway, that's one of them. Just to show you, we are going to show you the exact same. Just take a look at it. I have the exact same for air. That's basically all I spec this for. Boom, of air 10, 10, 20, boom, I can do it. I do the exact same thing. I go into trade goods of air. I'm looking at 167 is like the cheapest. And then Awaken Air. Again, this one's not going to work out because, again, I'm going to multiply that by 4.25, right? So where's the calculator? So what is it, 395? Yeah, let's just go 395 times 0.425. That's the numbers I use. 167 is what we're looking at. That means that any of these have to be, in order to pull even, basically, they have to be 167 gold. To pull even. So really I'd be wanting to buy these if they're at like 155, 150, then all of a sudden you can make some gold doing this. But right now, as you can see, other people do this, so the price is pretty much exact. You can't make gold off of this one at the moment. I do not have the frost or the earth done. Those potentially could be valuable. I don't know. But you know what? We can take a look just for the video. So if I go of Earth. I think Earths are decent, right? So Earth is at 160, so something tells me that's not going to work. Awakened Earth at 399. Wow, they're actually... So you could make just a little bit, but just barely, because somehow they're about 5 gold more than Awakened Air, but you can get the of Earth for, you know, 9 gold or so cheaper. So it looks like you could make gold doing the of Earth right now. And let's look of Frost. Of Frost, you're looking at the cheapest being, well, there's a few under 40. Looks like nobody's doing these. There's some, you can get a decent amount at around 40. And then Awaken Frost. So again, what I do is I take the 168 and the number I use, I multiply it by 0.425. So 71. I would need to buy them at 71. Which if you look, I'm not spec'd into these right now. but these make gold right now. So anybody watching this video, if I don't get to it first, it looks like there is a ton under like 60 or 70 gold where you can make, 10. Yeah, there's a good amount here. There's a good amount of profit to be made with the of frost, turning them into rousings and awakened frost. So again, just to show you, that one is absolutely probably the one that you can make the most gold on now over of the 4 that you can do with inscription. And there you have it. 9 shuffles at least. I think we actually did 11, but 9 shuffles to keep an eye on. Again, a lot of those do not make a whole lot of profit right now, like the tattered cloth, obviously that's like 3k an hour. The frostbitten you can make gold on, you just have to watch for it. I've never been able to make gold doing singed. Decay you can make gold on it, you just have to watch. The bracers obviously still work for small amounts of gold. Right now, the resilient leather 2 to 3 does make gold. Casgrite 2 to 3 when you get the awakened orders. I have made gold with that, but it's definitely not profitable at the moment. And then the one that I've probably done the most of is like either of air or of fire, and turning them into rousings through inscription. Of air, not making gold right now. Of fire is, but not a lot. We did look at the other 2 that you could do, and it looks like frost at the moment you can make the most profit on. If you had that set up. So there you have it. There's 9 shuffles. If you like the video, please go ahead and comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know what I can do better. And hopefully we'll get some other videos out this weekend. I am working on a few other profession things. Shuffles are kind of my thing. It's the thing I usually look for. I like making just like brain dead, easy gold without me actually having to go do anything. So I usually look into shuffles, but shuffles don't look very good right now. There's not any that are insane, but there's definitely some that you can do to make some profit. Maybe not nutty profit like it was a week and a half ago or whatever it was. But so I'm going to go ahead and work on some other videos, and if I can find something worth sharing, I'll be sure to share. And other than that, tomorrow there is a live stream tomorrow morning around 7 a.m.-ish my time, maybe earlier. I will be streaming for around 5 hours. I don't know what we're going to do. I'll probably do some more profession stuff. I need to start gearing. I need to do stuff like that. Go ahead and stop by, say hi, and we can chat gold making or anything WoW. So with that, I will see you guys tomorrow.